Fernleigh's tucked up in a lovely valley on the southern edge of the Liverpool Plains. It's 3,000 acres. There's about 1,000 acres of really low country grazing areas, and then about 2,000 acres which is treed country and high country where the conservation agreement is. This property, Fernleigh, came on the market about 18-20 months ago. We have been farming here for 6 years. Maddie and Hugh are the ones who are the farmers. I'm more so the one who's learning in the process of regenerative farming. More importantly for me, having the Biodiversity Conservation Agreement attached to the property. That was something that did fascinate me because we could carry out both our regenerative farming practices on the 1,000 acres of good pasture country here at Fernleigh, but also be more involved in understanding the biodiversity.
The Biodiversity Conservation Trust is a part of the New South Wales Government, and we've been set up to help landholders protect and manage biodiversity on their properties. This is a property that's come through our revolving fund program where BCT purchases land from landholders and then sells that on to interested landholders with a conservation agreement in place.
The really clever thing about the Biodiversity Conservation Agreement is that it actually allows you to graze that land at certain times of the year. So it's not in complete lockup, and you also get recompensed for when you can't do it. The main task in the first year was really to get the boundary fence between the conservation agreement and the pasture set up. In terms of the actual grazing side of things, it's not too onerous in the sense that we just have to keep a diary of when animals go in and animals go out. We here at Fernleigh have a 10-week grazing period over the winter time. But in addition to that, should the biomass support it, we can seek to graze it at other times.
Landcare's invited me to the field day today to talk about farm ecology, the idea of the farm as an ecosystem, and how that concept can be used to improve productivity and sustainability of farms. A component of that is private land conservation. I think the most exciting thing about Maddie and Malcolm here is that they're curious. The area we looked at this morning is part of the reserve. I think it's about 2,000 hectares that they've got there. Part of it is white box grassy woodland. Now that's a critically endangered ecosystem throughout Australia. One of the species that we look at is Regent honeyeaters, a bird that occurred in flocks of tens of thousands, depended on these grassy woodlands. Those Regent honeyeaters have almost gone extinct because of the extent of clearing of the grassy woodlands throughout the region. What they're doing here is incredibly important for the conservation of that particular critically endangered ecological community. Where it's more important is that it's being done by a farmer in a production system. It's a really exciting thing and the only way we're going to get a lot of these areas protected.
It's a hugely positive thing. I come up here and smile. I'm very much like to think we can be as close to nature as possible, but still have a production system that's governed by hard economic decisions. But it's just lovely to see the land recover. It's a journey that I'm really looking forward to seeing over the next coming years.